Hello, and welcome to another episode of Crossword Radio. This is your enigmatic host, The Brain, and today is Sunday, December 11th, 2022. We're doing the cryptic crossword from the New Yorker, as we always do on Sundays. And this one is by Payne, who is not a super common constructor of theirs, but he has done it in the past. I like his puzzles. Our preview clue here is Boots' sound came lightly over my patio at first. This is what's called an initial letters clue. The phrase at first is telling us to take the first letters of the words came lightly over my patio, and we get clomp, which is indeed a Boots' sound. All right, without further ado, let's boogie. Alrighty. Our first clue here is Republicans with ties are hugely successful. Now, Republicans is usually the letter R. This could be RS for Republicans, or RR as in two Republicans. With ties. I'm not sure. 2-6. I don't know. Let's move on. Aware of small hotel hosting band. If you're aware of something, you are, onto it, maybe? Small hotel, it's two words that can be abbreviated to S and H. Hosting usually means put inside, so put a two-letter band, whatever that means, inside of SH. We're going to get aware of. Up on. I'm not sure. Let's come back to that one too. How about maybe a short one here? May, for one, has returned to American author. Has returned could be reversal of has. An American author. American could be U.S. Not sure. Sufficiently in the style of a concert booster. Sufficiently. As a concert booster is like an amp. Like a la amp or something. Well, not getting very many inroads into this puzzle here. Waste paper contains part of a recipe. 4 letters. Step. Okay. Just hidden in the word waste paper. Waste paper contains this 4-letter word. All right. Here's our preview clue, which is clomp. It's going to be sufficiently, like enough, or sufficiently, ably. Pasture near Kentucky is full of holes, perhaps. Yeah, leaky. If something is leaky, it's full of holes. A pasture is a lee. That's another word for a pasture. In Kentucky, the postal abbreviation for Kentucky is KY. Okay, so we have a couple of letters now. PA could be a concert booster, a PA system. Let's go for some of the other short ones. Positive about 500 units of okra. Yeah, 500 is D in Roman numerals. Positive can be abbreviated to POS. So positive about as in surrounding D gives us pods, and okra is indeed pods. Yeah, aware of could be up on. If you're aware of something, you're up on it. Small hotel hosting band. Is there a hotel called UPN? Band could be O, like a band could be a ring, and a ring can be O, because O looks like a ring. I'm not aware of a hotel called UPN, but maybe there is one. Major brought up sick veterans legislation. 2-letter word that ends in U doesn't look very good. could be in on. There we go. A small hotel is an inn. Surrounding O. In on. Okay. Major brought up sick veterans legislation. Now we have a two-letter word that ends in I that I do like. In on. So, what's a two-letter word that ends in I? Major. Like big deal or something? Bylaw could be legislation. Sick could be ill. Brought up sick. Ill. I don't know. Need some more crossings there, I think. Leader of Boys Academy, spot troublemaker. Leader of Boys Academy, like BA. A troublemaker could be a bad, bad egg or something like that. GI Bill is veterans legislation. Okay, veterans legislation. Excuse me. Sorry, something caught my throat. GI Bill. Major is big, reversed. Sick is ill. Veterans legislation. GI Bill. Okay. Hugely successful. Go. Or GOP, Republicans, GOP. Okay. And then ties, whatever these are. It's going to give us hugely successful. Dunno. A grave, one designed for the most part. On average, this is an anagram of a grave one, designed as our anagram indicator. How about this? Yeah, no, didn't know that one either. Well, maybe we can back into this. Let's go work on the bottom half of this puzzle here. Related to the stars hiding out in East Raleigh. This is hidden in the phrase, hiding out, pretty straightforward there. East Raleigh, we have astral, which means relating to the stars. Wash black articles. Wash black articles. Bathe. Could be wash. Black can be abbreviated to B. And articles, A and the, yeah. A and the indefinite and the definite article. Baseball clubs try making a comeback. Yeah. Baseball clubs are bats. Try, if you take a try at something, you can take a stab at it. And so stab reversed gives us bats. Start eating brownie. It's important for personal wellness. Okay, what's a brownie? Start. Start eating brownie. Sounds like a word that means start, and inside of that you put a word that means brownie. I have no idea right now. Accepted wild goat eating grass. Is agreed to. Could be accepted. Anagram of goat and a grass is a reed. Reed is a kind of grass. So anagram of goat around reed. That woman initially looked for part of a bookcase. Is this shelf? It's part of a bookcase. That woman is she. Initially looked for. Initially, the initial letters of L and F. Of looked and for, L and F. It's important for personal wellness. Looks like self-care. So start eating brownie. A scare. Okay. And a brownie is an elf. I'm not 100% sure why that is. But if you give someone a start, you give them a scare. Scare with elf inside of it. I've heard of, you can give someone brownie points for, doing your bidding, basically. So someone who does your bidding is an elf, is a brownie, I guess. Looks both ways. Could this be C's? This is a palindrome clue. Some people don't like these because there's basically no help with the letters. All it's telling you is that it's the same forward as it is backwards. So if you happen to get some crossings, then you can fill in more letters. But it can be difficult to solve these blind without any crossings. But I think this is probably it. Thought I would have a bite before the finale. Yeah. This is an idea, is a thought. I, and then, or I would, rather, is I'd. Have a bite is eat. And before the finale means don't finish that word. Take off the last letter of have a bite. So I'd eat without the T. Unsatisfactory writing was revolting. Interesting. Revolting could be a reversal indicator or maybe even an anagram, but not here. Unsatisfactory can be you. Writing can be prose, and was revolting is uprose. There we go. Stooge ultimately enjoys cannabis. Shemp. That's funny. That's a good one. Ultimately enjoys is S. Cannabis is hemp. And Shemp was one of the Three Stooges originally. Taylor getting graduate degree at Massachusetts school you went to. The school you went to is your alma mater. Taylor is alter. That's getting a graduate degree, which is an MA. And then at Massachusetts, which is also MA. So the postal abbreviation for Massachusetts. All right. Masters of Arts, I think, is an MA. Spot. A spot is what? Still not sure. Bad? Don't know. May, for one, has returned to American author. May, for one, has returned to. So the whole thing could be an American author. So if a four-letter word for May, for one, has a reversal of to, returned to could be reversed to. May could could be a name. Namote? Is that a word? I'm going to look that up. Namote. No, it doesn't look like it. No. May. May's a month. It's a name. Well, this isn't going well. Sufficiently in the style of as whatever a concert booster is. Which I think would be, or amply. Sufficiently amply. There we go. So yeah, it's a pun, I guess. No, we wouldn't really call it an andlet. It's just sort of a pun, cryptic definition, whatever you want to say. But in the style of an amp would be amply. If you do something in an amp-like manner, you do it amply, is what they're saying. And sufficiently is amply. All right, so this is a bad apple, is a troublemaker. So a spot is dapple as a verb, right? To spot with something, to dapple it. May, for one, has returned to American author. Well, Capote is an American author. May is a Cape. Cape May, I guess, has a returned to. Okay. And then whatever this is, hugely successful. Or are hugely successful. Go gold, go platinum, something like that. Republicans, GOP with ties. Go plaques. Go poaches. Go hugely successful. Wow, I don't know. This one's stumping me. What are ties? Ties. Laces? Go places? Okay. Boy, that one took me a while. All right. But there we go. Let's quickly go over the answers again. So yeah, Republicans are GOP, and ties is laces, and are hugely successful is to go places. If you're in on something, you are aware of it. Small hotel is an inn, and that is hosting band. This is a good tricky clue because both small and hotel can be abbreviated to S and H, so that's what you can think of, but really it's just an inn. A bad apple is a troublemaker, rather. Leaders of Boys Academy is BA, and Spot is Dapple. Clomp is a boots sound, and that is the initial letters of Came Lightly Over My Patio. Leaky is full of holes, perhaps. Pasture is a Lee, and Kentucky is KY. Shemp is a stooge. Ultimately enjoys is S, and cannabis is hemp. Bathe is wash. Black is B, and the articles are A and the. B-A-V. Agreed to is accepted. Wild goat means anagram goat around grass, which is reed. Sees is looks, and that is a palindrome. Both ways is a palindrome indicator. Start is scare, eating brownie, which is elf, and that gives us self-care, which is important for personal wellness. GI Bill is veterans legislation. Major is big, reversed, brought up. And sick is ill. On average is for the most part. And there's an anagram of A grave 1. Designed is our anagram indicator in this case. Pods are okra. Positive, it can be abbreviated to POS. About D, which is 500. Amply is sufficiently. There's a pun on in the style of an amp. Amply. Capote is an American author. May for one is a cape, and that has, as in it contains, a returned to, a reverse of the word to. Step is a part of a recipe that is hidden in the phrase waste paper. An alma mater is the school you went to. Taylor's altar, and that contains 2 MAs. The first MA is a graduate degree, and the second MA is Massachusetts. Astral is related to the stars, and that is hidden in the phrase East Raleigh. Uprose is was revolting. Unsatisfactory is you, and writing is prose. Shelf is part of a bookcase. That woman is she, and initially looked for gives us the initial letters of L and F. Bats are baseball clubs. A try is a stab. Making a comeback means reversed. Idea is a thought. I would is I'd. Have a bite is eat before the finale means take off the last letter of eat. Alrighty, there we go. And that'll do it for the brain. Until next time, stay safe out there. Bye.